What do you do at Twitter?
So I'm the lead architect at Twitter.
How many developers working at Twitter?
Currently we have, I think we're up to 6 now.
What made Twitter just explode?
We see Twitter as a new form of communication. So it's something that's, rather than being another social network, it's more like email or IM or SMS or something like that. So it's actually a new way to communicate with people, and I think it really it gets at people's desires to communicate with their friends that are maybe not immediately available, and satisfies a lot of informational needs. And so obviously at major events like South by Southwest last year and this year, it really helps coordinate a lot of social action and activity. And so that acted as a catalyst.
Do you think it makes sense to add videos or photo?
I know that people have done that, side projects that will expose video and pictures in your Twitter stream. We haven't played with that at all, so I'm not sure if that will happen. So far we're just focusing on text and getting our infrastructure reliable and built out as much as possible. Maybe it'll happen, maybe not. I'm not sure. A lot of it depends on what mobile technology looks like. Right now, using the experience of sending photos even on an iPhone is less than ideal, and so I think that needs to come together before something like Twitter could leverage that.
Isn't it like old century?
I think so, and I mean we've seen a lot of adoption from the API clients. That's huge for us. So a lot of people use it, API clients on their phones, or I know there's a number of iPhone applications already, or API clients on the web, or just that sit on their desktop and so on. And those are really interesting. We're really excited about the iPhone SDK and Android and so on, because it's really opening up what mobile means. SMS is, I like the constraint of the 160 characters that it gives, and we've reduced that to 140, but there are a lot of problems with the technology, and so if we can move beyond that and have something more flexible, that'd be great. We send a lot of messages over XMPP. It's an open IM platform, so that means that we can send and receive messages over the network from anywhere. It's low latency. It's a push-based technology, so we don't have a lot of the technical issues that we deal with XMPP. And it remains to be seen whether or not it'll migrate to mobile. I think AIM has had some success with mobile technologies, but I think they may have tried too early. So we'll see. I mean, I like it very much as a technology. It's it gives a real-time presence to web applications.
How do you monetize the client, the APIs? Is it free?
Right now it's just free.
Okay.
So at some point we'll figure that out, but for now it's just free.
Seismic likes to present themselves with Twitter video. What do you think about it?
I worked on Audio, which was a podcasting site, and there are some, there are definitely some compelling applications of video and audio. I personally have never really used it that much, and so for me it's never quite clicked. But then again, I never used SMS until Twitter came along. I think one of the things that we've really aimed for with Twitter is an open platform, and something that's ubiquitous and always accessible. And for me, at least, video isn't quite that yet. I can get video on my phone, but it doesn't quite work, and it's kind of a pain to use and so on. I think once those hurdles are overcome and we have phones that do video and can send and receive video and you can just watch it, and it streams over the net, I think that'll make things more interesting there.
Do you see any competitor of Twitter so far?
I mean, a lot of people talk about Jaiku and Pounce, obviously.
Yeah.
I think that we don't see. I think Jaiku is going down a different path after the acquisition, and Pounce is a different application, and I think both Leah, the developer of Pounce, and Twitter we see them as very different applications and with different targets. And this is such a new field that it's, I think it's much too early to say, who's a competitor of who, and fundamentally it's a gigantic space, and there's lots of room, so it's, the diversity is good.
How much time do you spend on Twitter? I mean, not as working on it, but but using it.
I spend a fair bit of time. I definitely used it to coordinate during South by Southwest all of the things that I was doing and all the people that I was meeting and so on.
And for business as well, coordinate for personal thing, yes.
Yeah.
But what about business? Also?
Yeah, absolutely. Coordinating meetings and so on. I mean, it's easier than having to go back to your computer to do email. IM isn't quite. Twitter has the nice thing where it's asynchronous, so I can send a message even if someone isn't online, they'll receive it later, and so it's that nice hybrid, I think.
Do you like your MacBook Air?
Love it.